Hello guys, it's me, Mythos, back at it again with yet another WAN, the World Arm Wrestling News. Now, this is as much a World Arm Wrestling News as it is a general channel news. So let's start with the channel real quick before we go into the arm wrestling. And if you want to skip to the arm wrestling news, then you can of course just check that timestamp on the video and get on with your time. So, first and foremost, right now, I had a bit of a bump in the road. So that's why the Mindaugas video is not out yet. I know, blasphemy. I had an issue. I was thinking that, you know, it would be cool if I add this idea in the whole Mindaugas Tarasitis saga. I'll just add this one last tweak. And the video was pretty much set, pretty much ready. And it's the curse of being a creator, you know. When you can see that you can push it and you can make it better instead of letting it go and let it be judged by the outside world. Well, it happened. I did it. As a creator, I did that small tweak and it took some time. And it's still not completely finished. And it needs a bit of fine adjustment for it to be completely ready. That being said, I said that I had a bump in the road. That wasn't the real bump. The real bump is that I got some extra unexpected work. And that happens sometimes. It's part of life. Not everything will go according to plan. And I feel like I'm not really good at understanding that core philosophy so far in my life in this world. And I need to become better at adjusting and adapting and not giving up in these sorts of ordeals. So this is me trying to break that cycle. I'm going to try and again post daily once, even though Mindaugas Tarasitis is not complete and I need some time to complete that video. That being said, I did reach out a bit more, so you are gonna get a couple of exciting stuff from here in Sweden. As you know, the sport in Sweden is really ever evolving and really big. We have a really great scene in this nation. So yeah, expect more stuff and expect also a couple of stuff from what I like to call some young champions. We're gonna have some really fun coming this couple of months. But enough teasing, I should do more than just say. Saying is not enough. Doing is what must be the priority. All that being said, we can go to the World Arm Wrestling News. First and foremost, Norway had the Hardinger Open, and you can check that shit out in Aussie Arm Wrestlers channel. And oh man, you could see beautiful matches, good presentation. I thought at times it was a bit confusing with the title cards and the winners that they did. That was a bit rough. Sometimes it worked, like you could understand that winner by decision. They didn't mean winner by decision for the whole match, it was winner by decision on that particular round. But that was a bit new and a bit confusing for the format. Hardinger Open also adjusted, and whilst it was WAF rules, they introduced the East versus West based rules. A lot of great matches between Finnish champions, Norwegian champions, Swedish champions, and of course Latvian champions. And talking about Latvian champions, we have two guys from my club that did really well. One of them I was expecting he will decimate. His name is Nathan. He's from Poland originally. And shout out to my main guy, because he destroyed on the left arm. He even went into positions that are not really his ace move. So he was doing a lot of good stuff. He was flexing a whole lot as well. So good on him. On the same topic, we had Kaspar Gravis. And that match, I'm gonna be honest, Felix, I didn't think you will take it. When we were in the club, I was seeing you and you were kind of not looking too confident. But then you showed up on the stage and I saw how you had control. And you had that calmness. I don't know how else to explain it. The setup, beautifully done. Gravis was uncomfortable throughout the whole thing. And then you just shot right in. Felix shoots right in that hook and blocks Gravis. And he did it in a way that not even Tom Holland did. And Felix, just so you guys know, he's 19 years old. This is some crazy stuff. I really look forward to see what the future champ will do in the sport. And not only Felix, Nathan from Poland. He's also 17 years old. And he's a young up-and-coming killer. So these two guys, look out for these guys. They're gonna be really good. And do not be confused if you see them at the main stage at some point, because if they continue working with their abilities, oh man. And I know now it became a bit too much Hardinger Open, but that excited me a lot. I was so excited to see our guys doing so well. All that being said, let me continue talking about East versus West. April the 18th, that's when we will have the event. And Germany, it's becoming more exciting by every day. I have seen Morozov training. I have seen Alizan doing that crazy pull-up shit with the tires, the truck tires. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then we have the Brian showing the Leonidas match. I see Leonidas is now ducking Brian. He's not even showing up to live streams. What is going on? On a more serious note, that match is gonna be exciting and Leonidas looks pretty prepared for it. I saw in an Instagram post he's like 133 kg. That's the biggest he's ever been. And it's not like fat, it's shredded muscle. Now, I don't have too much time left, so I would like to also lastly talk about Mindaugas Tarasaitis versus Artur Makarov. A lot of people I know already are saying that Mindaugas will take this, but I don't think that people understand how easy, no, okay, easy is perhaps the wrong word, but how dominantly he will display that victory. It will probably be like the Daniel Prokopchik match, the first time when they went against each other. It will look pretty similar. I think Artur Makarov will have a dominant display, or kind of dominant for the first two rounds, and then the rest is gonna be the Mindaugas Tarasaitis, the GOATS show. That being said, Blackbird made an amazing video on that as well, so if you want, you can go to his channel and check that out as well. Lastly, a huge shout out to Hollywood Matt Conley, because he's doing great stuff and I have seen a lot of the interviews that he's done. One of them was with Pona. He's also a young up-and-comer from Australia, and he's also done a couple of stuff with the co-owner of the AWE. I saw the one that he made with Greg as well from the East Side Arm Wrestling, and all of this stuff, they are really great. They're not completely connected with the main organization, but it's very important because it's growing the sport and it's sharing it with more people than what the organization itself can do, because there is only so much you can do in the time that we have. So if we can spread the responsibilities and share a bit of the passion and show it to more people and show that we are a family and we try to support each other, that's, I think, how we're going to grow as a sport. That's my 2 cents anyway. a lot of exciting stuff. I know I didn't talk about the man, the myth, the Tom Stubblebine, but at this point you already know him. Go to his channel, like his shit. He's always doing coverage every single day, and the same for the OG arm wrestling news, and of course, Concrete Elbow. All that being said, it will be blasphemy if I didn't talk about the Brazilian arm wrestler, which is also a main guy that is posting a lot of stuff, and I see that he's also being active a lot currently in Instagram. Last but not least, I hope you have a great day, people. Stay passionate, stay strong, and love arm wrestling.